The NBA's trade deadline is coming up in under 3 weeks on March 25th, and these are 5 players that could end up being moved. Hey yo, what's good with y'all? My name is Will and welcome back to Will Soltrail Hoops. In this video, I will of course be talking about 5 NBA players that could end up being moved at the trade deadline. If you could drop a like, that would be very appreciated, as I'm trying to reach a wider audience and each like goes a long way with the algorithm. Also, if you like basketball, this is the channel for you, so feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a banger video. But let's get into it. Even though Victor Oladipo was just recently traded to the Houston Rockets, it seems like he could end up on the trade block yet again. The Rockets recently offered Oladipo a 2-year $45 million contract extension, but Oladipo ended up turning down the offer because he wants a longer term deal. And that's something that the Rockets literally cannot offer at this moment. With Depot entering free agency this offseason, the Rockets could look to move him to continue to progress their rebuild by getting some extra assets just in case Oladipo doesn't re-sign with the team. I'm not saying there's zero chance that Depot re-signs with Houston. Many people are overreacting to him turning down that extension as if it's because he doesn't want to play for the Rockets, but it's simply because he wants a deal over more than just 2 years. It's not about him not wanting to be in Houston. Now, a few teams I feel like could go after Oladipo would be the New York Knicks, since they are pushing hard for the playoffs, the Miami Heat for the same reason, and I think this one might be surprising, but the Dallas Mavericks. They have been really struggling early this season despite recently picking it up more, but having Victor Oladipo as a good two-way guy next to Luka just sounds great to me. For Lonzo Ball, the likelihood of the Pelicans trading him has definitely gone down because he's been balling out on another level since last month. He's shooting lights out, even 40% from 3 on the season, while also doing his thing on the defensive end of the ball per usual. He doesn't get as many chances to run the offense now with how SVG is running things, but he's still setting up his teammates at a high level, especially with the live connection to Zion, even from the opponent's 3-point line. I mean, these two are just incredible. If I was the Pels, I'm gonna be honest, I would not trade Lonzo. His impact definitely goes underlooked because it's not something you can see on the stat sheet. If y'all have seen my previous video, you should know that I believe the Bulls should pull the trigger on a trade for Zoe to pair him up with Levine in the backcourt. If you want to know more about why I feel that way, go check out that video after this one. Also, speaking of the Bulls, that is actually Lonzo's preferred destination if he were to be traded from New Orleans. The move seems like a no-brainer for Chicago to me. I will say that Charlotte would be a very interesting scenario putting Lonzo next to his younger brother, but it doesn't make as much sense as the Chicago trade when it comes down to the fit. But I personally would be surprised if the Pelicans do trade Lonzo because, again, he's been going crazy recently. Kyle Lowry has also found himself in some trade rumors this season, and while the trade rumors have been going on, he's actually sold his house in Toronto, which is always interesting. When it comes to Lowry, he's a guy that's gonna make those win plays for playoff teams. He will sacrifice his body for charges and a lot of crazy ass flops too, don't even get it twisted. But that's what he does. He makes those winning plays on both ends of the floor, and I'm sure a championship contender with a question mark at the 1 or 2 spot would love to have him. The first rumor that has been getting a lot of traction lately is a trade to Philly. They're sitting at the top of the East right now with Joel Embiid being a top MVP candidate and Ben Simmons being a top defensive player of the year candidate. Adding Lowry to the mix gives them another playmaker out there who can shoot, drive, and pass, and he shows up on the other end of the floor. That's the thing about Lowry. He's just a guy you want if you want to win. The Miami Heat are also trying to get themselves a guard, so they'll be in the market for Kyle Lowry. I like that fit too, but the Clippers would definitely be the most dangerous if they were to pick up Kyle Lowry. A big three of Lowry, Leonard, and George would for sure make them the favorites in the Western Conference. Plus, it teams up 3 championship teammates in Ibaka, Leonard, and Lowry, so that's pretty interesting. Those are the 3 teams that I believe would pursue Kyle Lowry. The Cleveland Cavaliers have not been shy about their efforts to get rid of Andre Drummond, as they have completely stopped playing the dude so that they can continue to keep him healthy and shop him. Now, Drummond is your traditional big man. No outside game at all, great rebounder, plays in the paint, and that's about it. One thing I will give him is the fact that he's the best rebounder we've seen since Dennis Rodman. But just like how Cleveland Cleveland got him for little to no value at all. If a team trades for him this season, it's likely going to be the exact same case. For the Cavs, they can find a trade partner in the Charlotte Hornets who have a hole at the center position. Drummond is a guy that can raise the Hornets ceiling instantly and potentially put them into a playoff push. The New York Knicks have also expressed interest in Drummond as they are also looking to push hard for the playoffs, and with Mitchell Robinson out for a few more weeks, they could really use him. I've seen some people say the Dallas Mavericks should make a move for him, but I highly disagree with that because he would be an absolute offensive liability in their set, specifically because they run so much 5-out offense. It just doesn't make any sense to have a guy that can't shoot when all you do for the most part is run a 5-out offense. But the biggest name that could be moved before the deadline is Bradley Beal. I'm sure all of you saw this one coming. He is the NBA's leading scorer entering the All-Star break. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's likely because of how reluctant the Wizards are to move Beal. They don't want to trade this man at all. Even if they are 12th in the East right now, they still do not want to trade him. But many teams would love to have Bradley Beal. First of all, the Miami Heat. They needed another perimeter scorer last year during their playoff run, and Beal is the perfect guy to bring that to the team with his 30+ points per game. They would easily secure that playoff spot that they're looking for with Beal. The Denver Nuggets currently sit at 7th in the West as they haven't been as good this year. They could definitely be a team looking to make a move for Brad Beal, but the thing is, this doesn't really address their real issue, that being defense. Don't get me wrong, it puts their offense over the top, but they are still struggling to fill that void on defense after losing Jeremy Grant. I've seen many people also talk about a potential trade to Golden State, but I don't buy it. Well, actually no, not that I don't buy it, I just don't like it. They've got Klay Thompson coming back next year, and I'm telling y'all right now, they should not give up Andrew Wiggins. He's been a monster this year for them, and I'll make a video about that next week. It's something you won't see in the stat sheet, trust me. I just don't think the Warriors should make any moves because really there's nothing they can do right now to make the team a legit contender. So just let Klay come back next year and go from there. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, remember that a like would be very appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you never miss a banger video. But I'm out of here, and remember, keep on hooping. Oh shit, I forgot to tell y'all, there's 2 videos up on the screen right now. Just click on one of those if you're interested, alright? They bangers, always.